right, I want to address this Matthew Stafford to Jacksonville Jaguar situation. Motor City Sports Talk. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. All right, this was a hypothetical, man. A lot of people took this, and a lot of media outlets took this and tried to twist it another way. It was Peter King of Sports Illustrated giving a hypothetical move. Said that he thinks the Jacksonville Jaguars should give up a first and a fourth to the Detroit Pistons to Detroit Lions, for Matthew Stafford. Okay, hypothetical. Okay, would I do it? Fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Remember that fake rumor came out last year about the Browns wanting to trade the first for Matthew Stafford? Look here, man. I'm of the variety. This is my thinking, not the variety. This is my thinking, okay. All right, sit back and just listen for a minute, all right? This won't be long, all right? You had Matthew Stafford for 10 years, okay? You've had him for 10 years. He ain't won shit. Not a playoff game. He barely won games over teams above 500. Okay, let me put it to you this way. If you took your car, okay, and you drove it, down the street, and every time you drive it down the street, you hit one of these big ass Detroit potholes, okay? They tear your front end up, they tear your ball joints up, they tear your front end up. Would you keep going down that street 10 times in a row? Would you? You keep hitting that pothole. I'm thinking about after the first time, you won't want to do it. Maybe the second time, the third time, okay, they fixed the pothole. You heard they fixed the pothole. You go down there 4, 5, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, and then, you figure out the 9th and 10th time, the pothole back and it sunk back in, you didn't tow your car up again. That's what we have with Matthew Stafford, okay? We had times where Matthew Stafford has, shown promise, look good for stretches, look good a few years. If we get the defense, we get a running game, it'll be good. And then you come up, you get a defense, and he don't produce a playoff win still. He struggled with Joe Lombardi. Oh, it's John Lombardi first. So now we back on the 10th time, we hitting the fucking pothole again. On the 10th time, we back to hitting the pothole. It's just him. I believe he needs to change the scenery. But most important, Matthew Stafford probably will go to Jacksonville and thrive because of the coaching. The Detroit Lions don't have coaching. Okay? They don't. Eggy Brown leaves. He got 2 touchdowns last week with Indianapolis. They know how to use him. Cliff Avril leaves. He go get a championship. It's just the Lions coaching, man. At the end of the day, it's the organization. I don't want to throw this on Matthew Stafford and say he's shitty, he can't read defenses. We heard it all before. Okay? But it's just a simple fact. The Lions don't have coaching. I think Matthew Stafford would benefit from a different situation. I think he would thrive in Jacksonville. I want the best for Matthew Stafford. But I just think Detroit is a black cloud, man, when it comes to sports for football. It's a black cloud in this organization. And, even Jeopardy made a joke about us yesterday, saying we got to win the Super Bowl by 2030. You probably still won't, as long as the Fords own it, as long as Jim Bob Cooter is here. And don't be surprised if they don't keep Jim Bob Cooter. It's just the coaching. Stafford went to any other team, Stafford probably be top 5 quarterback, man. It's just the negative energy over this organization. Arizona Cardinals had it for years. I mean, several teams had it for years. Okay, Arizona, Seattle was bad in a few years. Oakland's going through it right now. The Cleveland Browns were bad. They moved to Baltimore and they won a championship or a couple championships. The current Cleveland Browns are stuck in the rut. And eventually maybe the Lions will come out this rut. But I think for the betterment, if they cared about Matthew Stafford, they get him up out of here. Okay? If they care about $100 million man, get him up out of here, man. Because this right here is just a toxic organization, man. That's what it is. I done seen players go elsewhere and perform. Okay? That we thought was dead in Detroit and had no expectations nowhere else. So I do the deal. And Bob Quinn could really cook something else up. Because we're not winning next year, fellas. It don't matter how you swing it. If you get training camp fever, we're not winning. Unless we get the proper coaches in place. And a better organization from top to bottom. It ain't happening. So I'm not opposed to doing it. I'm not doing it because I don't believe Matthew Stafford is the answer here. I kind of don't, but I'm not doing it because I'm doing it for the betterment of Matthew Stafford in his career, to be honest. He deserves better. Better than his organization. But just my opinion. Let me know what you feel. Good Motor City Sports Talk. Don't forget we on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All the links in the description. Also, reach out to me in the email, any business inquiries and stuff of that nature. All right. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's there as well. Definitely appreciate you guys. One time for the one time we go.